High in the misty Balkan mountains, the Thracians emerge as fierce and enigmatic warriors of an ancient land. Along the river valleys, Thracian villagers cultivate the land, living in harmony with the flowing waters and fertile soil. Hunters navigate the dense woods, their skills honed by generations, providing sustenance for their tribes. On hilltops, small villages rise with families tending hearths and crafting tools from clay and wood. Across the open pastures, shepherds guide their flocks, guardians of both land and livestock. Priests oversee rituals offering homage to the spirits of nature and ancestors. Warriors guard the mountain passes, vigilant protectors of their tribal lands. As the sun rises over the Balkans, the Thracian people begin their day bound to the land and their ancient traditions. The Thracians, emerging from Indo-European roots around 1500 BCE, spread across the Balkans, shaping a patchwork of tribal lands. Small Thracian villages flourished along rivers, relying on agriculture and livestock for survival. Hunters roamed the dense forests, honing skills essential for tribal survival and defense. Women managed households and communal tasks, crafting pottery and preparing food for their families. Priests conducted early religious rituals honoring spirits of nature and ancestors, with offerings and chants. Shepherds tended their flocks across rolling hills, ensuring the survival of livestock vital to the tribe. Skilled artisans crafted bronze weapons and jewelry, blending utility with artistry. Fishermen worked the rivers, providing essential protein and trade goods for the communities. Families gathered around the hearth, sustaining life with shared meals and stories. Warriors maintained vigilance from hilltop posts, ready to defend against rival tribes. Priestesses led ceremonies atop sacred mounds, connecting the tribe to unseen forces and the spirit world. Pottery workshops thrived, producing vessels for daily life and ceremonial offerings. Hunters moved silently through forest paths, a crucial part of tribal sustenance and protection. As the day waned, villagers gathered to share food and celebrate communal bonds. From hilltops, warriors watched over the valleys, guardians of their tribal homelands. As the sun sets over the Balkans, the Thracian tribes settle for the night, their lives intertwined with the land and its rhythms. In the heart of the Odrysian Kingdom, warriors train rigorously, honing skills that will defend their lands and expand their influence. Cavalry units prepare their mounts, essential for swift maneuvers across the Balkan plains. Swords clash as warriors perfect their techniques, blending strength with discipline. Cavalry charges demonstrate the agility and strength that made Thracian horsemen legendary. Trade with Greek merchants brought new goods and cultural influences into Thracian settlements. Rivers served as trade arteries, carrying goods and ideas across Thracian lands and beyond. Artisans produced finely crafted bronze jewelry, reflecting both skill and cultural identity. Watch posts ensured the safety of villages and monitored the movements of neighboring tribes. Cavalry formations practiced coordinated charges, essential for battlefield dominance. The exchange of goods in village plazas strengthened connections between tribes and foreign traders. Gold artifacts were carefully crafted for elite burials and ceremonial purposes. Royal tombs guarded the treasures of kings, a testament to their wealth and power. Cavalry drills perfected maneuvers crucial for the kingdom's military prowess. Trade along rivers connected Thracian communities with Greek merchants, enriching both cultures. From hilltops, warriors observed lands far and wide, guardians of an expanding kingdom. Cavalry drills sharpened coordination and discipline, essential for Thracian military strength. Village plazas thrived with activity as goods and ideas flowed between tribes and traders. Artisans refined their craft, producing bronze and gold artifacts that displayed both skill and status. Rivers carried Thracian goods to Greek traders, linking cultures and expanding influence. Goldsmiths created exquisite ceremonial items, symbolizing power and artistry of the Odrysian elite. Royal tombs safeguarded treasures of kings, a testament to their wealth and enduring legacy. Formation charges were drilled repeatedly, ensuring precision in real battles. Trade with Greeks enriched the Thracian economy and introduced new artistic influences. Every artifact reflected the meticulous skill and cultural heritage of Thracian artisans. The treasures inside royal tombs displayed power, wealth, and Thracian artistry preserved through centuries. Cavalry practice continued until evening, ensuring readiness for any threat. The river markets thrived, bridging cultures and exchanging wealth and knowledge. Ceremonial weapons were not only functional, but also symbols of status and artistry. The royal tombs of the Thracian kings stood as monuments to a rising civilization's power and reach. As the sun sets, the Odrysian Kingdom reveals its growth, strength, and cultural flourishing across the Balkans. At the heart of tribal life, councils guided the kingdom with warriors and chieftains shaping society. Artisans shaped clay and bronze into objects of daily use and ceremonial significance, reflecting tribal culture. Priests and priestesses conducted rituals to honor nature, horses, and warriors central to Thracian belief. Worshippers visited hilltop sanctuaries to pay homage to gods of nature and protectors of the tribe. Ritual dances marked festivals celebrating deities and the cycle of life with rhythmic movements. Goldsmiths created ornate rhytons and bracelets, symbols of wealth and ritual significance. Bronze weapons were both functional and ceremonial, reflecting the martial culture of the Thracians. Chariot processions demonstrated strength and skill central to ceremonial and military traditions. Villagers offered grains and herbs to deities, reinforcing spiritual bonds within the community. Royal tombs held treasures that revealed artistry, religious devotion, and social hierarchy. Festivals brought communities together, combining dance music and spiritual homage. Temple courtyards were centers of worship ceremony and communal gathering. Each gold piece symbolized social status and religious significance within the tribe. Priestesses guided rituals atop sacred mounds, connecting mortals with divine forces. Chariot processions showcased skill, prestige, and the martial culture embedded in Thracian society. Hilltop sanctuaries were sacred spaces where priests guided rituals to honor the gods of nature and warriors. Festivals were vibrant celebrations combining music, dance, and homage to the divine. Goldsmiths produced ornate rhytons and bracelets, symbols of wealth and religious significance. Chariot training honed both speed and precision, blending martial skill with ceremonial display. Temple courtyards were centers of worship ceremony and communal gathering. Ceremonial weapons reflected both artistic skill and the martial culture of Thracian society. Royal tombs held treasures that displayed artistry, religious devotion, and social hierarchy. Community gatherings strengthened social bonds and honored deities through music and dance. Chariot processions showcased prestige, martial skill, and religious devotion. Priestesses conducted sacred rites, linking the mortal world with divine powers. Goldsmiths produced intricate jewelry and ceremonial items, showcasing cultural refinement. Tombs of kings preserved treasures and rituals, echoing the spiritual life of Thracian society. Markets facilitated both commerce and cultural exchange, linking communities with foreign traders. Evening ceremonies celebrated gods and heroes, blending music, dance, and ritual. As the sun sets, the Thracian society reveals its rich culture, spiritual devotion, and social structure across the land. The Thracians navigated complex relationships with the Greek city-states, balancing trade and conflict across the region. Warriors stood ready as tensions with neighboring Greek forces rose. Training intensified as warriors prepared for campaigns alongside or against Greek armies. Cavalry drills prepared horsemen for rapid maneuvers against Greek phalanxes. Border guards monitored incursions as conflicts with Macedonian forces emerged. Daily life continued amidst growing military and political tensions. Odrysian warriors clashed with Greek hoplites in skirmishes along contested borders. Chariot maneuvers improved mobility and ceremonial display during military campaigns. From hilltops, warriors observed the movements of Greek and Macedonian armies ever vigilant. Tomb reliefs immortalized the valor of Thracian warriors and their role in regional conflicts. Trade continued cautiously even as political tensions threatened stability. Cavalry units honed tactics to counter Greek phalanxes and Macedonian advances. Strategic river crossings enabled Thracians to respond quickly to incursions. Odrysian forces faced Macedonian armies testing their strength and strategy on the battlefield. From elevated vantage points, Odrysian warriors assessed the movements of Greek and Macedonian troops. Cavalry charges tested the agility and coordination of Thracian horsemen against advancing armies. From hilltops, scouts observed enemy movements, relaying crucial information to tribal leaders. Villagers fortified homes and gathered supplies as threats from Greek and Macedonian forces loomed. Skirmishes with Greek hoplites tested the resilience and tactics of Thracian warriors. Cavalry flanking maneuvers aimed to outwit heavier phalanx formations. Villagers coordinated with warriors to safeguard their homes and resources. Even near conflict zones, rituals reinforced faith and unity among the Thracians. Tomb reliefs immortalized Thracian warriors, showcasing their valor and martial culture. Cavalry formations provided speed and precision, countering Greek and Macedonian strategies. From vantage points, scouts reported enemy positions, informing tribal leaders' strategies. Villagers and warriors worked together to strengthen defenses against encroaching forces. Clashes with Macedonian forces tested the resilience and strategy of Odrysian warriors. Cavalry executed flanking attacks to outmaneuver heavier phalanx formations. Hilltops offered perspective on the unfolding conflicts, guiding the Odrysian response. As the sun sets, the Thracians reflect on battles fought, and alliances forged their lands forever shaped by Greek and Roman encounters. Internal divisions and power struggles weakened the Odrysian tribes, paving the way for external conquest. Villagers continued their routines, even as the cohesion of their leaders faltered. Fortresses once teeming with defenders now stood abandoned, a sign of internal decay. Roman legions advanced through the Balkan mountains, asserting control over fragmented Thracian lands. Communities watched as foreign armies encroached, signaling the end of independent Thracian rule. Royal tombs faced looting, but many treasures survived to tell the story of Thracian heritage. Roman forces established camps in strategic valleys, consolidating control over Thracian territory. Fortresses crumbled as tribes fractured, leaving former strongholds to decay under the sunday. Economic activity slowed as Roman dominance imposed new order across Thracian lands. Roman legions moved steadily through mountains, asserting dominance over the fragmented tribes. Workshops lay silent as martial and ceremonial practices faded under Roman rule. Some treasures were preserved, offering a glimpse into the culture and beliefs of a vanished civilization. Roman legions advanced relentlessly, integrating Thracian lands into the empire. Villagers adapted to new rulers as traditions blended with Roman influence. Once mighty fortresses fell silent witnesses to the decline of Odrysian power. As the sun sets over the Balkans, Thracian lands are absorbed into Rome, yet their art myths and legacy endure. Thracian treasures from Panagyurishte reveal the artistry and wealth of a vanished civilization. The Rogozen hoard preserves intricate craftsmanship showcasing ceremonial and martial culture. Tomb reliefs at Sveshtari immortalize the valor and spiritual beliefs of Thracian society. Modern archaeologists uncover buried treasures connecting us to a world long gone. Across the Balkans, ruins stand as silent witnesses to Thracian power and cultural influence. Each golden rhyton tells stories of ceremonial rites and elite status. Ceremonial helmets highlight both the artistry and martial culture of Thracian elites. Excavations reveal layers of history offering insight into Thracian rituals and daily life. Intricate tomb carvings display the wealth, beliefs, and hierarchy of Thracian society. Documentation preserves the knowledge of Thracian craftsmanship for future generations. The Thracian landscape bears the marks of ancient settlements now merging with nature. Golden jewelry exemplifies the skill and aesthetic sensibilities of Thracian artisans. Twilight illuminates the meticulous work of uncovering Thracian history buried for centuries. Treasures preserved in tombs whisper tales of valor, artistry, and a forgotten world. Panagyurishte stands as a testament to Thracian legacy, preserved in gold and stone. Though their tribes vanished, the golden treasures, tombs, and myths of the Thracians whisper tales of valor, artistry, and a world long forgotten. From the rugged mountains, the Thracian tribes emerged fierce and independent, shaping the early Balkans. The Odrysian Kingdom rose from these tribes, establishing political structures and martial traditions. Conflicts with Greek city-states and Macedonian armies tested the courage and tactics of Thracian warriors. Eventually, Roman legions advanced, integrating Thracian lands into the empire, reshaping their culture. Yet the golden treasures and ceremonial artifacts preserved their legacy, whispering tales of valor and artistry. Modern excavations continue to reveal the stories of Thracian civilization to the world. Though the tribes vanish, their myths, art, and history endure across the landscape of the Balkans. Discover more forgotten civilizations from across the world on Civilizations Uncovered.